Howdy folks, welcome back to Become My Arc. We are in Russia today and we're going to fly back home to Alaska. And it is a stormy, snowy evening or morning, I guess. Evening in real life, morning in the sim. Real world weather is turned on. And I was hoping we could do a flight with real world weather. It's pretty bad. The winds are pretty strong and the storms are pretty bad. So if we can't manage this with real world weather, we will turn it off. But I want to see how it goes. It seems like every time we do an Alaskan flight, the weather is terrible. But look at that windsock blowing in the background. That is just ridiculous. But we'll see what we can do. So we are in the RWDesign Twin Otter today, in the RWDesign livery, just because we can. And we're starting in Provideniya Bay in Chukotka, Russia. We're going to fly to Wales, 180 nautical miles. So it's a little bit longer than you would think. But we got some mountainous terrain in Russia. I'm just going to fly across the Bering Strait back to Alaska. I'm looking at the roads embedded in the side of that mountain. But we're in 440p today, and frame rates are doing well. And I got some micro stutters, though. Not sure what's that going. But the deal is with that, I have to keep playing with that thread optimization. But otherwise, let's swing around. Let's see if I can do this with just one hand. If we go like this, this, and this. There we go. Swing around. The pilot door is closed because it's really windy. And so windy is blowing the props around. But we're going to do a few things. I think if we go here. Yes, we can open up the book and hop out here. And let's get... Whoa, come out of my way here. Let's get the baggage doors closed while people are boarding. We're not quite ready to board, but people are cold and they want to get inside the plane. So we're going to let them inside the plane. And just like real life, Minnesota right now, about 40 below real temperature, 54 below wind chill. Kids have been out of school all week. I've been meaning to fly every night for the past 2 weeks. Just haven't been able to because of things like the kids not having school, so they stay up. Not that I want them to stay up, they just get a little excited. But here I am. I think it's Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is. It's a day of the week and it's night, and we're gonna forge time for ourselves to fly this plane because I've been meaning to do this for a long time, and we are going to get going. So here we go. What do I need to do? Looking at my pre-startup checklist. Okay, so let's see. We are going to check all of this stuff. That seems to be working now. Doors are the way we want them. Baggage doors are closed. We got delivery. We got external power so people can start warming up. And why is that turning on? Is it because I have to tell it to use external power? There it is. And now things should have lit up. No? Has it been that long since I've flown this thing that I can't remember the little nuances? I guess maybe I just have to spin some wheels. There we go. External power. Now we're getting it. Normally I do this before I start recording, but because people are so doggone cold, they just want to get in that airplane, so I let them a little bit early. So we're a little off here. Don't know why that's always on by default, but it is. General entrance lighting. Turn that on. It's not model, but it's fun to flip switches. No smoking and seatbelt. No smoking should always be on. Seatbelt never gets turned off when you're with me. And you can always hop back here as well and turn on the individual lights. How adorable is that? Let's shut this door right now. People are freezing cold. Is there an OAT somewhere in here? I thought there was. I don't see the OAT. There it is. What does it say? What is real world temp? 10, 8 below. It's warmer in Russia than it is in the United States. What? Okay, let's see here what we got to do. Parking. Whoa, no, shoot. Sorry, I moved my presets wrong. Parking brake right there. Make sure it's set. It is. Oh, we started moving. That was scary. It's so windy. Watch what happens when I take the parking brake off. We start moving. We'll see if we can fly. We might have to turn weather off. This might not be a good idea to try to fly with this weather. Like I said, every time we do an Alaskan flight, it's just ridiculous. All right, so let's close you. Now that I'm using 1440, I can actually see things. It's going to be a full flight. So what we need to do is get some weight in the front, because when we put passengers in here, it's going to tip backwards. If you look at my cold and dark tutorial, we pop a bunch of wheelies. And we're starting to tip backwards, so let's get some more weight in the front. All luggage goes in the front. Above max. Oh, right. But if there we go. Okay. And then fuel. That should be good for fuel. This doesn't tell us how far that's going to get us. Maybe if I hop into this menu, it will. 3 hours. Yeah, we don't need 3 hours of flight. We might need an hour and a half, though, so let's go 2, especially because of the wind. We are going to have a 19 knot minimum headwind, so we might want to do that. Okay, there we go. Good. What else? We're going to hide this. And then we're going to click on that guy. Remove the control lock. Battery switch. Where are you? Go down to here. Should flash. I love how that happens. DC master on. Remove the GPU, which I have to bring the black book out again. Whoops, wrong one. Those other doors are already closed. Position lights, etc., etc. Let's see here. Anti-collision. Let's turn everything on now because we're well, going to be moving and it's hard to see us. All right, let's see. Emergency lights to arm. Come down. Oh yeah, up to go down for this one. I don't know why it does that. All right, so let's down here. GPS. Turn this off on this time. Turn all these on, although we're not going to use them. Put that on standby. All right. Flight plan. It's just going to be visual. There's no instrument approach. So it's just simply going to be putting the destination in and flying towards it, and then we will try to do a visual landing. And if the weather is terrible and we crash, that's the reality of flying when you should be flying. So let's see. We need to go to Papa Alpha Indigo Whiskey. Let's get that set up. And we're about there. My new mouse is clicking loud. I do not have a wireless mouse anymore. I had to get a new mouse because my mouse wheel is broken on my old one. And this one I found is new, but I found it in my computer parts bin and it's wired and I can't stand it because I feel the weight of the wire. I don't know if you noticed that, but after using a wireless mouse for years, I feel the weight of the wire. I can't, just drive me crazy. So I gotta get a new wireless mouse. But the reason I bring that up is because you're going to hear it clicking because the clicking is very stiff. So you can hear all my clicks in the background until I get something new. Let's go direct there. And 150. Good. Okay. So it's just following the purple line. And then when we get close, we'll be there. If we can see the airfield and get an appropriate landing based on the weather, we'll just land. Otherwise, we'll circle to get an idea and then, or cross airfield to get an idea and the circle to land. Completely visual flight, but we're going to use the GPS to help. And the visual landing. Okay, that's it for flight plan. What is next? No raised instruments. Barometer, though. Let's pull up the map. And, oh my, there's some ships out there and some oil rigs. Maybe we'll fly over those. Look at that. He's supposed to be going out with his airplane. Trying to turn. It's so windy that they can't go in a straight line. Yeah, this might not work. We might have to turn off weather. Anyway, so this is Russia. We're going to fly over here. Here's the Bering Strait, and then our destination is just off there. But maybe we'll fly over these things nice and low. We'll see if I remember. That's the problem. All right, so UHMD. Weather. 19 knots, 3009. Let's get that set first, and then we'll decide what we're going to do for departure. 3009 right there. Okay. Wind is 30, so we want a runway that is closest to the number 3. Could he cross off that 0? So we have runway 3. Look at that. What is runway 3 going to look like, though? Because I only see 2. This is probably it here. 1 and 19 must be helipads because I don't see another runway. So runway 3 then is going to be right down here, which would make sense because that is the direction the windsock is going. So perfect. So what we're going to do is we'll taxi out. We'll take this long taxiway, and then we'll take out runway 3. Piece of cake. And then that means we need to turn around if we want to see these rigs out here. Well, maybe not. Yeah, we'll have to turn around. We'll see if we can spot those before we gain altitude. I'm totally going to forget, but we'll try because they'll be out there and we don't see them very often. All right, so that's it. Simple as that. Next, test the caution lights. Where's test on the lights? Where are they? Right here. Where's my click spot? Oh, where's the clicks? There you go. Oh, again, down and go up for those. I think I have a preset for testing the lights. Nope. That one, they're all on, so we know the lights are working. So that means if there's an issue, it'll turn on for us. Let's do bright because it's daytime. Close the doors. We already did all that just because people were cold and they wanted to get going. So we are getting ready to start this thing up. Let me think. I've moved my presets. I need this in my preset. Anyway, there's fuel boost on. Fuel levels, levers forward. Throttles a quarter. Both engine igniters, which are on for some reason on their own. Flick engine to the left. And we should hear it start up. And all the gauges are good in the green, so let's do the right side, like so. And jump down here and watch this one. I was resetting my preset off camera, but we're good to go now. And everything is in the green. Excellent. All right, let's go up here and turn the engine igniters off then. There we go. We can do it like that too. All right, what's next? Generators on. Reset them on. Those are here. I have to reset them first and then on. Whoops. Reset on. There we go. And then this side, reset on. There we go. All right, engine igniters off. Already did that. Air bleed on, like so. Temperature and climate control. Yeah, we want it really hot. Let's just crank it all up. No manual warm, please. There we go. Does this work in this version? It does. Cool. Alrighty. De-icer. Because we can. Let's do auto. And everything. Oh yeah, let's turn all this on. I really don't know what any of it does. I haven't really learned it because it's not required in this aircraft, but it's fun to play with. Pitot heat on. Make sure all warnings and cautions are out. Whoops, wrong preset again because that's in all my other airplanes. Warning is F, preset F, but I have a preset G in this one. Let's see here. Where are we? Taxi lights can come on now, which are right there. And props forward as needed to taxi. And oh boy. Wow. That's loud. And it cranked up for us. Okay, bring those props back a little bit. So where are we going to taxi? I think I just said we're going to go behind us. Where's the taxiway though? Why am I getting those micro stutters? I thought I had all that figured out. Yeah, we're going to take that taxiway all the way to the end. So let's get started here together. And, oh yeah, rudder pedals. Are they working? Nope, I got to reset my rudder pedals. No, they're working. I always have to reset my rudder pedals after I've completely started the simulator. Oh my gosh. We're getting blown backwards. Oh no, this might not work. We're going to try. But this might not work. But anyway, I have to reset my rudder pedals after the sim is fully loaded. And like I mentioned before, it did that on the other computer too, so it's not my computer, it's just the way they work. I don't know. But anyway, we are going to try to taxi here. It looks like we're going to get on them gravel and stir up some dust. Oh my gosh, we're getting blown sideways. Either this isn't going to work at all, or it's going to take us 3 hours to get to our destination because we're going to be fighting wind. Oh my gosh, this might not work. Ooh. This is a scary one. I've got like nearly full throttle here. There we go, because we're on gravel. And I love how the gravel gets blown in the direction of the wind. That is the coolest detail. So look at the wheels. And the gravel's getting blown in the direction of the wind. Oh my. This is making me nauseous. We might have... Well, I was going to say we could use the runway and back taxi, but the runway is gravel anyway, so... Well, let's see if we can even make this. Let's see if we can even do this with this wind. I feel like I am driving on ice and snow in Minnesota, which I have been doing the last few days in real life. Look at that full right rudder, and it wants to go the other way. Come on. But that's the way the wind is going. You think you'll go that way more easily. Come on. This is nuts. I was going to say we could sightsee these mountains as we taxi, but this taxiing is quite a chore in itself. And just think, we have to land in this weather. Ooh, yuck. Can I go straight enough so we can have a look around here while I'm trying to taxi? Ugh. This is rough. This is rough. Have a look around, look at the mountains. Just ignore what I'm doing and look at the mountains. Yeah, I don't even have throttle open. So we're not churning because we're going too fast for the nose wheel to churn us. But I don't even have the throttle open anyway. There just isn't any traction because the wind is doing whatever it wants. Okay, let's go this way. There we go, we can go that way. Alright, let's get landing lights on. And let's just get ready to go because as soon as we look at it, we've gone backwards. It's been like 7 minutes and we're still like where we were a long time ago. Look at this, we just can't go left. It's too strong. Let's get flaps down because what I'm going to do is as soon as we're going to do 10 flaps though because of the wind. As soon as we get somewhere where we can take off, we're going to take off. Let's see if we can get out to this runway and then just kind of take off as best as we can on this little runway here towards the flag because there's lots of runway there if we can just get on it. Look at, we can actually take off right now. The wind is so strong we don't even need a runway. It's like vertical takeoff. Look at that. 10 feet of runway is all we needed. Okay, we'll take it. Here we go. Flaps coming in. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's ridiculous. So, if we want to follow our GPS, we'll just go that way. But I really wanted to see... those rigs out there. So let's see if we can do this. I really got to fix this preset. I can't see anything. I redid my presets and kind of silly. Let's start our timer while we're at it here. Alright, so let's do a crazy turn out here. Actually, it's not that crazy. It's like standard rate. But let's get out of here. Let's look for those rigs. Where's the runway? Can't even see it. Oh, this is treacherous conditions. Oh my gosh. Wow. Alright, let's see. Those rigs, I think, were out here and to the left, right? Oh, which is us. Yeah, we're right here. So let's just go left as soon as we can. And we should be able to see those rigs. The problem is we got some mountains. Oh no, there's a valley there. We'll use that valley. We're going to keep climbing. We want to climb about, I think it was 98 or something. I can't remember. But we don't want to climb too high because then we'll miss stepping on the ball, coordinate the turn, corner of the screen. There we go. Whoop, too much. Because we'll miss some. We'll be in the clouds, we won't be able to see anything if we climb too steeply. So let's just kind of VFR our way through these mountains. And I think there are wipers. Aren't there wipers up here somewhere? Yeah, over there, but I gotta see where I'm going first. Hang on. Over here. Stay away from those mountains. There are wipers. On. They work. Windshield washer. That's awesome. Window heat. That's awesome. There, we'll just use the wipers. Okay, excellent. Here we go. We're just going to go through this little valley. Check out these rigs. And then we will follow the purple line on the GPS and have at it. So it's going to take us a little bit actually to get through these mountains. So let's do a quick sightseeing thing and then we'll try to find these rigs in the water. So I spotted one of the oil rigs. If you look, well, right where the wiper ends on the left side of its extension there. Do you see that right in the middle of your screen? So that's one of the rigs. The other rig should be out to the right somewhere. I'm not actually sure if we're going to be able to see them both at once. I thought we could fly between them. So maybe we'll just fly by the one. That ship, I don't know where it went, but it's long gone over there somewhere. Oh, I see the ship. If you look, let's see if I can get binoculars out. There's the ship. Within these winds, oh, come on. In these winds, we can probably land on that thing. It took us like 20 feet to take off. Probably won't take much more to land. So anyway, we'll swoop down here and have a look at that oil rig. And see if we can find the other one too. There's one of them. There's a smaller one. Right there. Let's see if I can zoom in on that thing at all. We'll let it come into view here. I think. Where are you? There you are. There's a little one. And then out here is the big one. And then that ship is coming this way, but we're not going to get any closer than this. So enjoy it while you can. Let me turn the plane to see it. There we go. Cool. I guess you can't land on that one. Never mind. I was going to say if it were a aircraft carrier, we could land on it with this crazy headwind. So we're going to fly by this guy, and then we're going to follow the GPS and pick an altitude and start flying per our somewhat of a flight plan. But let's just see what this thing looks like here. And there it is, but we'll get a view here out the side window in a moment as soon as we can. Try to look through all this snow and everything. And there we go. There's the bigger one. Isn't that awesome? Well, a couple helipads to land on if we wanted to. Also, I forgot to mention I am now uploading videos in 50 megabits per second. I realized during a Minecraft video that it looked absolutely terrible, and that's because I didn't even think when I got the new computer and got the new software loaded on the new computer that I would have to check defaults, and the default is 12 megabits per second, which for 1080 is fine. For 1440 is kind of okay, but because I do a lot of stuff in 4K as well, I'm just uploading everything in 50 megabits per second. So I don't know if it's going to make a big of a difference in Flight Simulator because it doesn't get too dark, but with these snow textures and rain textures, hopefully it looks a lot better than it did. I just wanted to point that out for those of you who are into that sort of thing. Otherwise, let's get our heading bug set up here so that we can fly towards our purple line. So let's turn this on and do a heading bug. And please don't grab my altitude right now. Let's climb. What are we at? We are at 1,300 feet. So let's relax a little bit and let it climb. We'll do an indicated airspeed of about 100 or so to climb. Let's climb to about, let's see, we got a long ways to go, I think. Let's do 8,000 feet. Oh, there's another rig out there. Let's do 8,000 feet for our, oh, it's already set to 8,000. Look at that. Good. Alt alert. There we go. 8,000 feet, so it should climb. We have to trim it back. Yeah, because I don't want it to do alt alert yet because I want to climb more steeply than this. It's going to take us forever to get there. So let's just reset this here, and then I'll hit nav eventually. Oh, let's do CDI to GPS then. Oh, those are sailboats out there. That's what that is. Why would you be sailing in this weather? Yeah, you're not making it home. Alright, let's keep trimming up though. I want to keep climbing. Alright, let's engage that. Do heading bug. Do IS. So that hopefully we'll actually start climbing. There we go. Now we'll climb. And then once that's settled in, which is not going to be, is it? As soon as we keep going up and down. I want to do alt alert. But it's just going to creep up there, isn't it? Let's just do alt alert now. And as soon as we get close to our purple line, then I'll engage nav, and that's how it's autopilot. So we're going to cruise at 8,000 feet. going to take us a long time to get there. This is a much longer flight than I thought. Of course it is. That always happens to me. But anyway, we're about to enter the Bering Strait. 13 minutes into the flight, we're done messing around and sightseeing. So I'm just going to let the autopilot take over. Like I said, the only thing I'm going to do now off camera is when we get close to this purple line is I'll change to nav on the GPS or on the autopilot because it's linked to GPS over on the GPS. I guess I forgot you can't see my mouse now that I use shadow play. But the autopilot is linked, will be linked to GPS when I hit nav. Otherwise, we're going to slowly climb at 480 feet per minute up to 8,000 feet. And a whole bunch of sightseeing. And looks like I'm going to catch you in about an hour. Oh my gosh, hour and 15 minutes. Oof, okay. Anyway, at some point, we'll calculate top of descent, I guess. But I'll meet you back for that. I'm going to fix my presets a little bit off camera, give you some sightseeing, and I'll catch you when we calculate top of descent. There's an aircraft carrier. Like I said, with this wind, we could probably land on that thing, but we're not going to. We are, however, going to turn the windshield wipers off because we don't need them anymore. So this park thing, I was playing with this. The park thing actually works. So if we were to turn them off mid-stroke, they get stopped, right? So what you do is you put it in park, it'll park them, and then you turn it to off. This is the way it should. In other aircraft, whoops, it's hard to land that up. Park it, and then off. Come on. Come on. There we go. Some aircraft, it just parks itself when you go to off, but this one you actually have to park it, so that's pretty cool. Otherwise, we're about to turn onto our purple line. Oh good, we're finally under an hour. I decided to level us off at 5,000 feet because we were never gonna, with this wind, it's taking us forever. So we're just gonna level off at 5,000 just to get some forward motion going here. We will switch over to nav in a minute, but I want to calculate VNAV. I don't think we have our destination anywhere near our map, so I don't know what our altitude is. I assume it's sea level. So let's say we want to be at sea. Well, let's do 500. That way, oh, come on. Oh, that's right. I have to click this one. That way we can cross over at 500 feet at our airport. No. Well, okay, we will do that. 800 feet per minute, but I didn't actually mean to be in that field. Back up. There you go. Come on. There. So, descend in an hour. It's a long flight. Okay. I'm only saying that because of real life time. I guess I'm going to be up super late past my bedtime tonight. That's okay. So anyway, it looks like we got clear skies for some strange reason. Or just above the weather. Not sure. But anyway, leveled off at 5,000 feet. A lot lower than I wanted to be. We will switch over to nav instead of heading bug on our GPS or on our autopilot in a minute. Otherwise, a little bit more sightseeing. I'm not going to give you 48 minutes of sightseeing. I'll give you like 2 minutes of sightseeing, and then I'll catch you at top of descent. So we're not quite at top of descent, but I do see land ahead. I see Alaska. I see Wells Airport, Wales, Alaska, and a nice big cloud shadow over the ocean, which I love. I really, really like dark cloud shadows. In fact, I should make them a little darker, I think. Oh, there's another aircraft carrier. So we've been kind of traveling up along the coast of Russia, which is why when we were looking outside during sightseeing, there was a lot of water. And the land we were seeing was still Russia. So if we look now, though, we should be able to see both Alaska, which is right there, and Russia, which is right there. Not those little islands, or the little islands count, but I'm talking about on the other side. On the horizon, there's Russia, there's Alaska, both at the same time. Bering Strait right here by these island things. So we're flying over the Bering Strait right now. It took us a long time to get to the Bering Strait because I had to find airports that we could fly from and to. So it's not like we could just skip from landmass to landmass like in a ferry or something. But anyway, let's see how we're doing. 3 minutes to top of descent. Fuel, I think, is okay. And we've been flying for 1 hour and 6 minutes so far. I normally don't fly this long, but like I said, to hop across the Bering Strait, these were the closest two airports I could find to each other. I could have probably taken a faster aircraft, like the B1900D would have been a lot more appropriate for this, but we fly that so much I wanted to do something different. But we ended up taking a very long flight. So I did a bunch of things during this flight. I talked to my wife for a while. We're trying to plan a trip this summer. I did some beard trimming and I practiced piano. Got some composition done. So that's what I've been doing during this flight. We have to get ready for descending though. So let's pull up the map. So here you can see that we've been kind of following the Russian coast. Anyway, here's our destination, Wales. And weather is wind 20 at 20. So the wind is absolutely insane. It's a lot stronger than when we took off. And we want to land as close as to runway 2 in neither of them. 180 degrees, 36 degrees. So that would be north and south runways. Wind from 20 means it's from a little bit to the northeast a little bit. So I guess you probably want to do runway 36, right? Because 18 would be due south, 36 would be due north, 20 is just off north. So like, we could think of runway 36 as runway 0, right? So 0 is only 2 away from 2. 18 is 16 away from 2. So we want runway 36. So if we can find the runway, we'll land on 36 straight in. But if we can't, then we'll have to circle to land. All right, so anyway, altimeter 3010. We only need to bump that up 1. There we go. And runway 36 it is. I was actually going to see what that, yeah. So we could fly, so this is right here. I can't see my mouse, sorry. Just at the edge of your map. That is the big mountain thing you're looking at in front of our nose. So the runway is right in front of us. And we might have to circle land. We'll see. We'll see how clear it is. If it's clear enough, we should be able to see it. Otherwise, descend to target. Want to descend 800 feet per minute. Let's turn off Alt. And in theory, if we just bring throttles back, it should be trimmed so that we'll descend. And then we'll just adjust the throttles till we get to 800 feet per minute down. Oh, now it says we're ahead of schedule. Oh, because it's slowing us down. But I still want to stay on GPS. Now it's coming down. And then it'll speed us back up again. It's really strange. I don't want to do MDA. That's minimum descent altitude. That would be minimums, which would mean it would kick in autopilot if autopilot is off. So we don't want to do that. We just, why is it? Because if I trim it down, it's going to kill autopilot. But I don't want to slow down. I just want to point towards the ground. We might just have to take over. Because now we're going to level off, whatever. Let's take that off. Let's just go visually now. Let's just hop over here to see what I'm doing. 12 miles. All right. I think we're just going to not go visually, go manually. Let's go autopilot. Otherwise, let's check out this crosswind because we can't. Look at that. It's blowing this left. Now the autopilot is off. Oh, that's terrible. So somehow we're going to have to figure this out. We'll just stay on our purple line. Landing lights are still on. Otherwise, we have to do flaps and gear. And that's it. Final approach 100 knots, land at 75 knots with flaps 30, something like that. Otherwise, I'm just going to look at the GPS because I don't know the area. We're just going to follow this line as best as we can. Aim for the airport. Try to fly straight in. It's clear enough. We should be able to see the airport and fly straight in, I think. Otherwise, I'll catch you in a moment here. I have the airfield in sight. If you look, not in the center of your screen, but just a little left of center. Let's see if I can take out the binoculars. There it is. So we should be able to do a straight in landing. We'll have a very, very short final. So let's swing out here. And how's fuel doing? Oh boy, we're going to make it though. We're going to swing out here and then have a very short final. Airport elevation is 21 feet above sea level. And with wind at 20 degrees, we should have a nasty crosswind. Just offset, but still crosswind from the right. Fuel level low. Yes, I know. The alerts there. We should have a nasty crosswind from the right. All right, let's bring back speed so we get some flaps out here. And have a very, very short final. And whoa, 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 whoa. What are we doing here? That really made us sink. There you go. Flaps 10. So anyway, very short final. Nasty crosswind from the right. So what we should do, oh my, this is making us sink hard, is we should throttle, throttle, throttle. We should right wing down, left rudder, right main down first, firm landing. And that's what we're going to try to do. If we're going to accomplish that with this crazy wind, I don't know. We should get one more set of flaps out. I'm going to try, but this could get pretty nasty. So my feet are on the rudder pedals. If I want to be somewhat accurate, yeah, look at that crosswind. I'm going to do right main or right wing down, left rudder at the last minute. Right main down. However, it's a soft field. It's gravel, so we don't want to have too firm of a landing, but we don't want too soft of a landing either because of the crosswind. Look at this nasty crosswind. So we're going to try. We'll see how this goes. This is our touchdown speed, so we don't want to go any slower than this. Look at that wind sock. So here we go. Let's see what we can do here. We got a long runway for this plane. So we're going to go right, left rudder. Come up, not that much left rudder. Flare a little bit, somewhat firm. No, let's try again. There we go. No, did we bounce? No, we're just not down. We're just getting blown around. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're down. Nose wheel down gently. There we go. That was horrible. We didn't bounce or anything. It was just really windy. We don't even need reversers. Look at this. The wind is so strong. No brakes, no reversers. That's how strong the wind is. Oh my gosh. Look at that. We stopped on a dime without any intervention of our... Look at this. We're going to go backwards now, aren't we? Yep. Oh my goodness. I'm not even going to try to taxi this. We're just going to try to get out of the way. We're going to have the same problem we did when we were departing. So let's just get off the runway. There we go. Let's just get over here. Not even going to bother taxiing. Alright, here we go. Let's just stop here. if we can. Can we stop? And we're getting blown over. Look at, set the parking brake quick. Stop the clock, hour 18. Ooh, that was rough. Rough landing. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of tempted to watch the replay. We'll see, maybe we will. But yeah, let's watch the replay. Let's see if it really was that bad. Maybe it was terrible. Let's have a look. All right, so here we are coming in. Let's see what really happened here. Like I said, I don't think we bounced. I think I just had bad control. Yes, I'm trying to do the rudder thing, trying to do right main. Never touch, never touch. Take two. We bounced the front wheel, but the back right main stayed on the ground the whole time. So that was pretty bad. But we had the ton of tires, and we had terrible weather. Let's see what that looked like from the runway view, actually. Look at that amazing crosswind. Wow. Man, oh man. That was tough. Because see, what happened was the rudders made us go to the left. But I had the right idea. The right main down and then the rudders to straighten us out. But I should have been situated to the right side of the runway. So when I did the rudders, it would be in the middle of the runway. Oh well. Never learn unless you don't fail in practice. So let's head back to real time and wrap this thing up. Alright, so let's get these landing lights off right away so we don't annoy people. What do we need to do to shut this thing down? I have a shutdown checklist. Parking brake, yes. All taxi lights off. In this case, it was landing lights because we didn't have a taxi. Props to Feather. There we go. Electronics off. Oh, I never turned on the ADF thing. Oh well. Does this turn off in this one? Nope. We just gotta pretend we're turning it off. Alrighty. Fuel boost. What? Wait. Oh no, wrong preset. Fuel boost off. Like this. And then fuel cutoff. Exterior lighting can come off. We can probably do the seatbelt one as well. Turn that one. Oh, we never turned that one on. I better change on my checklist. Let's keep that one on. Alrighty, let's see what else can we do. GPU. What's my GPU? My preset. There it is. GPU on. And then we can go here and go external. And the light should come back on for us. Thank you very much. External power, yes. Generators, bleed air, and DC master. Let's close you. Generators can go off. And bleed air can go off. And master already turned on. So I think it's just open the doors and let people out. So let's come down here and do... No, wait, no. Doors. These are baggage doors. Let's do the baggage doors from here. Open that. Come back here and open this. There we go. That's what we needed to do. Alrighty. Well, we made it. It was a rough landing, but I told you it'd be rough. Crosswind. Ton of tires, gravel, not really in our favor. At least we kept one wheel on the ground the whole time. So that's something I gotta keep in mind, at least in this aircraft. If I am gonna do a strong crosswind landing and I do the rudders at the last minute to straighten out, I gotta be much further to the right of the runway. It doesn't seem to be that way in every plane though, but this one it really was. I also need to work on the other two types of crosswind landings. One where you rudder the whole way and slip down. That's one thing. And then I can't remember the third way, but I've only been doing it the one way up until now that I rudder pedals. So 2 more variations of crosswind landings to practice. I better get on that. I've already promised I would do that for a couple months now. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the flight. I certainly did. I got a lot of other stuff done behind the scenes. It was such a long flight. But anyway, if you're a subscriber, thank you for continuing support. If you found me by accident, please like, please subscribe, please share with your friends. If you have any suggestions for flights, leave them in the description or in the comment section below. I honor sub requests as soon as I can. I do have a sub request coming up pretty soon, actually. Otherwise, not much else to say, and I'll catch you on the next one.